I got nothing interesting to say, mate. Well, the stream is live and the chat is scrolling. Duracell bunnies on a city wheel rolling. It's a humble dragster, not a NASA machine. Just a way to kill a Sunday, keep the routine clean. Barry from EastEnders is a ghost again. And Anthony Hopkins is wrestling with the pain of a life reviewed in a paperback haze, while we're building bridges over these old sour days. And it's Benny Hill music spinning round and round, accusations echoing without a solid ground. Gaslight, stalk up, pedo shame, just different usernames in the same old game. Yeah, we're all just models on a dusty shelf, trying to forgive our past, our future, ourselves. So build a bridge, get over it, let the past recede, while Lenny's posting dragster pics for the audience's need. Convid Wooey eyes 18-1, semester mullets back. I'm not at China, I won't pull Scarlet J. Just a AAA powered philosophy. Some dads do the graft, some just freaking run. We're all just frames in the you've been of the sun. And it's Benny Hill music spinning round and round, accusations echoing without a solid ground. Gaslight, stalker, pedo shade, just different usernames in the same old game. Yeah, we're all just models on a dusty shelf, trying to forgive our past, our future, ourselves. So build a bridge, get over it, let the past recede, while Lenny's posting dragster pics for the audience's need. Shout out to Lenny, you make the night, son. Stop it, Matt, the Charles, and say we're dating. Build a bridge. Get over it. Good night, everyone. Do it again soon. Sweet dreams.
Welcome, everyone. It's already started off pretty cool. Bloody hell. Welcome, everyone. I'm really great to see you. You know what it is. It's Thursday, the 25th of February, 2026. Oh, look at that. 26022026. Isn't that amazing? Talk about numerology. So it's 26022026. Hey, love it. Welcome, everyone. But especially Lenny. We've got all kinds of people in tonight, haven't we, eh? We've got all kinds of people in tonight. We've even got a cloned account of my mate, Justin. So, without any further ado, I'd just like to assure everyone that I did not have sexual relations with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, I'm with you, Lenny. I mean, you know, come on. When the only soundbite the media can give us is Clinton saying, "Look at Trump, who owns all these legacy media companies." I don't believe for a moment Hillary Clinton never met Jeffrey Epstein. Are you serious? Are you serious? And I don't think for a moment any politician tells the truth. I mean, it's just like they're taking us for fools. And we're letting them take us for fools. So, that's the big question tonight. Who the fuck believes Hillary Clinton never met Jeffrey Epstein? For goodness sake. Ghislaine Maxwell was at their Chelsea's wedding, for goodness sake. Everybody else in the world of high and mighty has met him. So I'll be surprised Hillary hasn't. But anyway, look, we're just over the other side of the pond. So a big shout out to Convid Captain Justice. That's someone pretending to be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Big shout out to Lenny, of course. Lenny is, you know, in my opinion, one of the most valued members of the audience. And then Eddie's ex-bird. And then we've got Infinity Knight. I thought you weren't going to mention me again. It must be another Infinity Knight. Hello, Anthony Harris. And that's it. Yes, welcome everyone. Welcome one and all. This is Matt Taylor TV. It's just gone 8 o'clock, and I want to assure everyone that I did not have sexual relations with Jeffrey Epstein.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
Fuck me, I look good. Hey! Oh, we got Patrick's girl. Hello, Patrick's girl. Welcome, one and all. I'm your host, Matt Taylor, broadcasting live from Brighton. Be right on in Brighton. Convid laugh out loud. How am I Norman Wisdom? Let's just be all aware that Convid isn't here yet, and we've got this Convid Captain Justice is obviously somebody, a little joker out there, maybe a fat fucking joker with big tits. Oh no, that's talking about myself. It's not funny. It's not funny having big tits, especially when they're hairy. Oh, talking about that, I remember Karina. I was shocked when there was a hair grew out of Karina's boob, and I thought, what the fuck? Did he fuck? Anyway, let's move on. I'm very happy because today was the clean the sheets day. Now, I had some spill about this. I was going to say, yeah, you know, I clean my sheets, my bed sheets once a week. That's bullshit. Okay. I clean my bed sheets once a fortnight. That's bullshit. Let me just come clear with you, okay? I'll be honest. There's only 2 occasions in which I clean my bed sheets. First occasion is when they stink, which they did last night when I went into bed. I thought to myself, fucking hell, my bed sheet stinks. I've got to clean them tomorrow. And the second occasion is when my magical imaginary girlfriend comes down. Over to Lenny. Matt, BHTV, returning and still defending Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Makes you wonder how fucking wrong people can go. Thanks for bringing that up, Lenny, because I'm really interested to follow what happens now. Because all of a sudden, and this isn't alien territory to Brian Harvey, of course, Brian Harvey is going to find himself in the majority of one shouting out that actually Andrew is innocent, just like Lenny says, defending Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. I mean, I remember the days when we used to call him Prince Andrew. Those days were long gone now. But no, absolutely, Lenny, it's going to be fascinating. And I'm really interested to see what Brian comes out with. What I am interested in, that Brian Harvey is doubling down on it. You know what I mean? I suppose he has to. But for me, I'm interested. I'm going to keep an open mind. And I'm very eager to see what happens coming out over the next couple of weeks and months. So if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to BHTV. Brian Harvey's back. Over to the Weeping Willow. Hello, Weeping Willow. Matt, why are you trivializing CSA by using Jeffrey Epstein's name like this? Okay, let's move straight on. As in capital letters, wrong. Yes. Your whole life stinks, especially my bed sheets. But not anymore, because they're clean. And so I'm very happy I've cleaned my bed sheets. At least I can go to bed now. And not worry. And not wonder, what that fucking stink is that? And I'm nearly finished my Philip Pullman dust books. The La Savage Belle, very good, really loving it. I'm a big fan of the Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman, and La Belle Sauvage is absolutely a fantastic story. So if you haven't done so already, check out Philip Pullman. Over to Lenny, who says BHTV needs Randy on the channel. Wouldn't that be good? Why doesn't BH connect Mandy with Portillo, who is still mates with Puddock, who is still mates with him? Makes you think. It's that 3 rules of separation, isn't it? Or 3 rules of connection. You're connected to everyone in life by 3s. It used to be 6, but the world's getting smaller. Now it's 3. You can be connected with anyone in 3 easy steps. So, of course, I'm not trivializing, and it's never been my intention to trivialize child sexual abuse, you know, and I find that quite an unfair accusation against me. I will certainly not do anything to trivialize it, but ultimately it's a form of gallows humor. We do live in a very dark, satanic world, and we have to keep our spirits up, quite frankly. So I hope you don't think I'm trivializing. I can't even say the word CSA. So Pablos Disco Bar. So you reckon Shelley Moat could be the Weeping Willow? Interesting. I'll make a note of that. Thank you. So look, don't ever think I'm trivializing something so horrendous as CSA. Over to Lenny. Well, Mandy and Portillo know Puddock very well, who met Brian at a petrol station, who shares a long history. Just saying, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Brian Harvey is putting forward a good synopsis of what the Black Hop could well be, because ultimately it's hiding the public, the majority, from the worst of what they get up to. Yeah, they're happy for us to learn what's above the surface, so to say. And of course, as we know with all icebergs, there's a lot more under the surface than poking up above it. And I think that's definitely what's going on at the moment, isn't it? It's an exercise in keeping the majority hidden beneath the surface as much as possible. And it's inevitable that the iceberg is going to bob up and down, and we're going to get glimpses of what was once under the surface bobbing up and down. But you see, that's the challenge facing the establishment, is to keep as much hidden as possible. And so, and I do think Brian Harvey's integral to this. I mean, I think he's already played a part in British culture, and he may well play a larger part in the future. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. You know, same as everyone. We're living through history at the moment. It's living history. I mean, the last time we had uproars like this in the royal family was through the days of Charles I. You are trivializing CSA because you are scum. Scum. Oh, well, I differ. I beg to differ. Certainly not trivializing CSA, and absolutely not. So you can bang on about it as much as you want, but I am certainly not trivializing CSA, and just because you're accusing me of something doesn't make it true. Harry, or should I say Anthony, I don't know why you're calling him Anthony Harris. His surname is actually Quigley. I don't know why you're saying Brian. Well, that's all very well. You can say what you want. I'm certainly not going to stop you saying what you want. But for goodness sake, do not let Brian PC hear you say this. Because Brian PC will come down on you like a ton of fucking bricks, right? We know what happens when he dissed Brian Harvey. It happened to Lenny a few nights ago. So I suggest you take that back and apologise straight away, Anthony Quigley, right? Because otherwise, you're going to find yourself in a lot of trouble. And I mean a lot of fucking trouble. Hello, Katie. Good to see you in here. Thanks ever so much, Katie. Matt, over to Lenny. Matt, Lenny says, the King's brother could be in a criminal court next year. They're attempting to put this Epstein saga to bed. Oh, come on. I don't think it's ever going to go to bed. I mean, I wrote in my diary at the start of the year, Christmas was ruined because of Epstein. And then New Year was ruined because of Epstein. And now all we've had up until March, which is a few days away, is Epstein. So I really don't think we're going to hear the end of Epstein for a very, very long time to come. And I think there's a lot more to come out. There's the videos to come out and the murders yet to come out. That's when it's really going to get traumatic for people. And in a way, I can see what the Weeping Willow's saying. I never even thought about it. It never crossed my mind. You know, but I understand that by taking the piss out of Jeffrey Epstein, there is an argument to be made, of course, that you're trivializing CSA. I mean, but there has to be an intention to do that. So while I get it, I'm not going to admit to trivializing anything to do with CSA, because I know the damage CSA does. I've been at the receiving end of CSA. Sharon Gilby outed him and others. Well, what does it matter what you say, Anthony? Hey, enough of that, please, Anthony. Right? Because if you want to go around throwing stones, throwing aspersions, I'll start throwing aspersions at you. Because I generally do think that you are a weasel. Now, do you want me to carry on saying you're a weasel? Well, just be aware of yourself. Be aware of your conduct. Be aware of the words you use, okay? Because that certainly isn't good. And God would certainly not be appreciating that type of bullying behaviour on Matt Taylor TV. Watch yourself, Anthony. Watch yourself. Over to Katie, who goes, good, Ty. Lenny, trust your week is treating you well. Oh, yeah, talking about that. The time has arrived in which my magical imaginary girlfriend's son is flying the roost, which means when the sun's away, I can go up there and spend more time with my magical imaginary girlfriend. So it's something we've been looking forward to for a long time, and it's finally happening. So I'm really chuffed about that. Of course, you'll see less of me online, but I'm sure Weeping Willow will appreciate that. But the bad news is that my son is coming to live with me when he's 16 onwards. So there was me hoping to slow down the pace and all. But what with teenage children, you're more busy than ever. Over to Katie. Good to see the Willow account in the chat, to be able to block it. It's been at its crap for a few years. Yes, I mean, I'm not making any aspersions, but some user in the name Disco Bar implied that Weeping Willow could be Shelley Moat. I mean, I don't know about that. Then he says, I've made a few 3D model woodwork dinosaurs just to pass the time. Lenny, stick them up on your community page and I'll share it with people. Why is Velvet Smut still harassing you? I know. And now he's harassing Brian PC. Assembled, not made. Okay. I can see your comments. Nice. And I really hope we can all get along as in a happy family. Okay? Because we can be happy families. I can be like the daddy, and I'll tell people to be quiet and let the other people listen and that kind of stuff. That sounds cool, Lenny. Good to see your week's been well. Creative. Don't get mad, get creative. That's a great quote from Kaylee, of course. Here we have Anthony acting real tough. Anthony, the tough lad. You need a slap, you do. Yeah. Do what you like, man. I dealt with Brian on Paris's channel. Capital letters, mate. Years ago. I do believe I'm getting a bit carried away. Calm down, Matt. Calm down. Lenny, talking to A1000, says, I'm going to a table quiz tomorrow night. It's a fundraiser for the Special Olympics. I was invited, so why not? Yes, Lenny, I'm sure you're going for your fantastic general knowledge. Yes. Your general knowledge, Lenny, is second to none. Matt, you're more a teenager than your son. I know. Are you sure the tail isn't wagging a dog, mate? I tell you, that's what I love about my son, because of course I never had a father figure. Well, I never had a father growing up. I had father figures. I had kind of 12 aunties. With 12 aunties, there's 12 uncles, So I had loads of uncles as father figures, and of course I had the legendary Judge Dredd as a father figure. But I never had a father, and the closest thing to a father is Lewis. And I mean, I love it when he tells me off. I won't go in the whole story because I'm aware of chapter 3 of how to be a YouTuber. Don't say too much of yourself. But I went to college with Lewis a couple of weeks ago, and look, I won't tell you too much, but I accidentally, on purpose, I threw Lewis under the bus, right? In front of... anyway, I was not good. I threw my son under the bus. And then as soon as we walked out of college, he fucking turned to me. He said, "Do never speak to me like that again in front of anyone." And I was like, "I know, son. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, son. I don't know what came over me." He goes, "It's cool. It's cool. At least you appreciate you done wrong, and you're apologising. Fair dues. I'll let it slide as long as it doesn't happen again." And so I actually quite like it when my son tells me off. I love it when he's so authoritative. Max, the T-Rex is up there. Let's have a look at Lenny's T-Rex. Have we seen it before, Lenny? Have we seen it before? Maybe not. Maybe. I will get to the chat. Oh, I've got the radiator on because I don't really need it on. My sheets are dry now, so I can turn it off. But I'm like sitting here like half naked. Not really. I'm only making it up. Only making it up like. So, yeah, we're going to check out Lenny's T-Rex. Oh, well done. Let's check out Lenny's Triceratops and T-Rex. Lovely jubbly. Well done, Lenny. Let me just get you all sorted out. So, without any further ado, a little section of the Matt Taylor TV show is sharing Lenny's dinosaurs. Here we go. 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 There we go. Isn't that lovely, eh? Very good, Lenny. Another dinosaur. Another dinosaur legend today, yes. And then you got your little card there. Well done, Lenny. Oh, very good. You got to paint them now, mate. You got to paint them now. Anyway, I'll be back momentarily. I will be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. We've got loads of comments to get through. I'll be back in a sec.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of.
Yes, we're back. So, yeah, lovely. Well done. Love you, dinosaurs. And may you have a fun evening. Yes. I also built up Triceratops. I love saying Triceratops. Such a lovely word to use, isn't it? Triceratops. Hey, have you seen my Triceratops? Hey, put your fucking Triceratops away, you dirty pervert. God, imagine imagine what Weeping Willow would say if I got my Triceratops out. She was saying, "Get your fucking Triceratops back in, you scumbag." What was happening with the comments in the last live, Matt? I think it happened, thanks, Katie. I think it happened to all of YouTube. I think there was a glitch in YouTube because everyone was having problems with their comments yesterday. Yes. Don't try, do or die. That's what I used to teach my children. Listen, it's okay if you don't want to do something. If you feel as if you can't do it, don't do it. It's fine. But if you are going to do something, finish it. So make sure you do it. And that was the big lesson I had in my kids. If you're going to do something, do it. Do it to completion. If you don't feel as if you can, don't bother doing it until you know you can. So I had this don't try attitude. You either do or die. You either do it or you fucking die. There's no option. If you set out to do something in your life, you fucking do it. Anyway, Weeping Willow, Kathleen, it's none of your business. It's Matt's channel, and he allows Harry on here. Get a life, Miss Lanceman. Oh, now she makes me think that's Emily, maybe. Yes, 100% Weeping Willow. Fucking hell. Oh, honestly, what are you two like? You're so bullying. Do you know that? You really come across as a bullying pair of kind of like parrots. Velvet Smut, I like it, and Curious Playdate have been getting along nicely. I know they have, haven't they? Eh? Yeah, stick it up. Well done, Lenny. We'll get Lenny's up. Bear with me, Lenny. Bear with me. Bear with me, son. Bear with me. Oh, Velociraptor. That's an interesting one. I'm terrible. I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff. I really am. Really am. I really am. So, oh, that's something's come through on my phone. Let me just go and see. Very nice, Lenny. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just see who's that on my phone. Let me see. Ooh. Oh, sorry, wrong person. That was my girlfriend. Laugh out loud. Okay, my love. There we go. Yes, very nice. Very nice. You've got to paint them now, Lenny. Just having a little look through Lenny's little stuff. What was this? It's definitely weird. 666, 6 unmarked cars on his 66th birthday. It's almost like they're telling us something. Are you getting into that, Lenny, eh? Are you into all that kind of like the royal family are Satanists, eh? Oh my God, I think we'll leave it there. It's all a bit of banter. It's all a bit of banter. Thanks, Lenny. Yes. So, listen. Joking aside, does anyone believe Hillary Clinton never met Jeffrey Epstein? Maybe. Maybe. But my experience of politicians is that they lie as a matter of course. And then, of course, there's a kill list, isn't there, of the Clintons? Their Clintons' kill list of how many people have either died in accidents, committed suicide. I mean, the Clintons remind me of that the American series with Kevin Spacey in it, State of the Nation or something like that. Kevin Spacey, what was that? Kevin Spacey, and then another actress, absolutely gorgeous. House of Cards, yes, House of Cards, of course, and it had Robin Wright in it. Robin Wright. My God, I know Lenny would appreciate how beautiful Robin Wright is. But yeah, House of Cards. I've always considered the Hillarys loosely based on the House of Cards. If you haven't done so already, a fantastic thing to watch. Let me just share it with you. There. Yeah, I love a bit of the House of Cards, man. Crikey. Love a bit of House of Cards. And of course, Robin White, beautiful woman. But mind you, all women are beautiful. So, should I paint them? I don't know, mate. Maybe I could buy a spray thing. Yeah, I mean, have fun. Have fun. Palm 23. We'll have to look that up. Palm 23. Oh, God. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of Lord forever. We love a bit of scripture here on Matt Taylor TV. I just occasionally put up a photo of random stuff. Yes. What beer breath boiler? Oh, God, a bit of bitching. But Anthony is definitely a bitch. Anthony is definitely a bitch. God. I only got 3 from the paper, so I'm going to order a 3D Stegosaurus. I think they look amazing. Yes. Nice one. Amazing to think these huge reptiles lived 200 years ago. Well, apparently they're still out there, Lenny. Velociraptor. Thank you, Lenny. Velociraptor. Apparently they're still out there. And do you know we remember I was looking at the asteroids. NASA was landing on asteroids. It definitely looked as if there was fucking dinosaur bones on these asteroids. They really did. And what makes me think of that is because, back in the early days of Earth, not as if any of us were around, but they use the graphics, don't they, when the massive asteroid smashes into Earth and fucking whole continents go flying off into space. That could easily have happened, man. You could have had a dinosaur having a sleep in the cave. Down comes a fucking meteorite. The Earth smashes into fucking thousands of bits. Anyway, over to Katie. I think I saw a vid of a new dinosaur being found recently in the Sahara Desert. Lenny, I can't recall the name. Yeah, I remember that as well. Getting into the Chris Spivey stuff, Matt. Really? Honestly, doing Chris Spivey got me on this journey. And that was why I started my Guerrilla Democracy News. Oh, by the way, Guerrilla Democracy News, if you haven't checked it out, it's doing very well at the moment. The figures are through the roof. I kid you not. I'm averaging about 20,000 hits a month for my Guerrilla Democracy News. But yeah, I mean, funny enough, you mentioned Chris Spivey. I got into the conspiracy because of Chris Spivey. My argument was, listen, this guy either deserves an award for journalism, or he deserves to be locked up in a mental asylum. One or the other. And of course, he done that seminal article, Monsters Inc., where he delved into the royal family and, came to the conclusion that they're all Satanists. Which, funny enough, talking about delving in, I want to make that the numbers on Guerrilla Democracy News going through the roof. But I do want to take you back to 2014, actually, at the Truth Movement, the Truth Conference, which I went to. There's a really good story involving Ian R. Crane and Greg Nicolaus. And so that's coming up. I definitely want to revisit that story with you. 3 things to keep private in life: your love life, income, and next move. Good advice there. Yes. Freemasonic free freeze, 33s and all that. Well, there's the 3rd of March coming up. I know today we got a lot of 26022026. Lenny is trying to lure children to his channel. Beware. Oh, shut up, Patrick's girl. That's not nice, mate. We can see right through your fucking propaganda bullshit. Robin Wright was the Princess Bride, I think, years ago. Her big film role. She's a lovely woman, isn't she? I know. I'm terrible. I've got a speech impediment. Is in the song you were playing. Oh, lovely. Yes. Sean Penn was married to her years ago. And, well, hang on. Sean Penn was married to Robin Wright. Really? Fucking hell. I didn't know that. Thanks for, that's why you're good in the pub quiz, Lenny. That's why you're brilliant to be in the pub quiz, because you know all this stuff. The clip you played, yes. Yes. Dumb and Dumber here tonight. Thank you, Patrick's girl. Yes, that's so true. Matt, I wanted a model of the Klingon battle cruiser and the bird of prey. I'm a bit of a Trekkie. We all love a bit of Treks, mate. We all love a bit of Treks. Trekkie. But mind you, the latest Star Trek Academy has come in for a slating, mate. I tried to watch the first episode, but it's just like not really my cup of tea. Not really my cup of tea. I like a bit of space battles in my space operas, if you know what I mean. Oh, I like it. Whereas for breath, can't condone it. Can't condone it. Obviously, Katie and Emily have got their own history. Yes, Matt. Scientists believe we have had no less than 5 extinction events. It's pretty arrogant to think we won't be the next. Absolutely. And also, I think the earliest artifacts that we're finding is about 100,000 years old. But with a planet that's millions of years old, you're quite right. We could have had civilizations that come and gone. And there's absolutely no trace of it whatsoever. I mean, that may have happened numerous times. So, everything, to think that we know what there needs to not be known is very arrogant and short-sighted. Yes. Oh, Matt, Robin Wright Penn was in Forrest Gump, remember? His girlfriend. Oh, I knew that. I just didn't make that connection. That's reminded me of a new Mandela effect, haven't they? They got, do you know, in Jaws, when he had Jaws, the big bloke, I'm talking not in Jaws as in the fish, but as in the James Bond movie, Jaws, the big bloke with braces. Remember at the end of the film, he met another kind of like girlfriend. She was a petite, kind of like Swedish mountain girl with her hair either side. I've forgotten how you call that hairstyle. But remember, when she opened her mouth, she had braces on herself. But now, apparently, she hasn't got braces. But anyway, I don't know what I'm talking on about. Let's have a little promotional video.
Subscribe to Matt Taylor TV and discover the magic. I love taking my clothes off while watching Matt Taylor TV.
Subscribe to Matt Taylor TV and all your dreams will come true. Subscribe to Matt Taylor TV and all your dreams will come true. I watch Matt Taylor TV because it lets my gay side come out and play.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name.
Thank God we've got 15 minutes to go, because I don't think I can take much more of this. I really don't feel as if this should be allowed on YouTube. This level of absolute dross. This tripe. Fucking crazy. Matt Taylor, the Lizard King. I've never been called that before. But I like that reptilian association. You know what I mean? Matt, this wasn't a bad live. Everything is a bad live, mate. Everything is a bad live. Imagine turning up, gone 11 to a man's house when he and his mate are drunk, peering through the window, ready like a crazy woman trying to put their noses out of joint. And that reminds me of something, honestly. That reminds me of something, that does. I don't know why you bring that up, but it definitely reminds me of something. I can't quite put my finger on it. Don't tell David Icke, Matt. Hey, listen, I still can't get over the fact that Jeanette Archer stated that she witnessed the Queen and Prince Philip turning into reptilians. I still cannot get my head round it. Honestly, Katie, I don't know why you bring that up, but it really does remind me of something. It's honestly, it's there, but I can't quite. How? I know what you mean, though. Imagine that. Fancy talk about my speech impediment. You know, we've all got flaws. You know, talk about my speech impediment. I don't know on earth what Anthony is going on about then. But the good news is that this agony won't be going on for much longer. I'm sure we can put this to bed in like 10 minutes, hopefully. For God's sake. You know, there must be more to life than fucking talking to you wonderful people via TV. No, I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I do like it. I do like it. Must be these leather pants. Matt, I don't think Andrew Batten Windsor would sink any lower other than appearing on PHTV with a joint comforting each other on being cancelled. Oh, Lenny, wouldn't that be a laugh? Wouldn't that be a laugh? But anyway, I really am looking forward to the Brian Harvey coming back, and I'm looking forward to what he has to say. Because, like I said, he has had an impact on British culture and may well have a further impact. Fancy accusing a man of kissing you with his beer breath. Hey, listen, you... Yes. So, I welcome Infinity. He said he ain't going to mention me again, so that's very nice. I welcome that. Thank you. But that's a shame. It's a shame all the same because you know, I rely on engagement for content, but that doesn't mean if there's no engagement, there's no content. I mean, so I just make content up. So don't worry about it. You know, don't feel as if you have to engage just to give me content. It doesn't particularly work like that. I can do content anyway. What's next? Defending Ghislaine and Epstein. So, remind me, did Brian Harvey say he saw Epstein in the Red Rooms? Because I remember him said he said he saw Prince Andrew and Ghislaine, doesn't he? But either way, Brian Harvey has got a lot to say about it. And, you know, what when Brian Harvey does stuff, it does end up in the newspapers. She didn't try to get in bed with two men. She wanted to sleep with Justin that night. Nothing to do with me, Gov. Nothing to do with me. And yeah, I think she was dangerous that night. Epstein seemed absolutely remorseless from these deposition videos. Absolutely. Because they don't feel as if they've done anything wrong. They feel as if it's their God-given right to take from the herd in any way they wish. Oh, right. So according to Brian Harvey, Epstein in the Red Rooms in 1994. Was Epstein a fan of E17? Unlikely. Why? You know, bloody good music. Bloody good music. But like I said, whatever Brian Harvey says inevitably makes it in the newspapers. And so I do feel as if Brian Harvey has got a larger contribution to make. And I certainly want to be there to hear it. %100%. Oh, come on. Talking about bringing up. Let's bring it up, baby. Let's bring it all up. Let's bring it up. Haven't heard Brian mention Epstein in the Red Rooms, but may be wrong. Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember him mentioning Andrew and Ghislaine. Or was it Sunita and Simon Cowell? Either way, I do remember him saying he saw children in the Red Rooms. It's sordid as fuck. It really is. Matt, the Queen's husband, Philip, was in Nam when the US Army dropped 2 atomic bombs on Japan. Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I'm sure I've mispronounced that kind of stuff. I'm not doing very good tonight. Guam. I'm not doing very good tonight. I don't, but at least I went live, and that's the main thing. And so we've got a good promotional song to play out with. I'd like to have a big thank you for everyone joining me. We've got double figures, which is always good to have. And of course, the biggest talking point is, do you believe Hillary Clinton when she says she never met Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, I don't. But what do I know? I know jack shit. I wasn't there. But what I do know is that this Jeffrey Epstein, not only did he ruin Christmas, he's been on the front pages ever since. And I'm not getting fatigued from it, of course. I find it very interesting. But ultimately, we want all these nasty people who go around taking advantage of our children to be held to account. And if they've committed acts of criminality, gone through the legal system, both in the UK and in America. That's the only thing, that was the only thing I didn't like about the Andrew arrest and the Mandelson arrest. Where was the sexual offences charges? They weren't there. So don't go for the lesser, go for the, the more grave crimes committed. Bill Clinton definitely knew him, yes. I personally think, like Lenny brought up at the start of the show, she's deflecting attention to President Trump. But then again, it's right to bring attention to President Trump's relationship with Epstein. Apparently wasn't it set in law that the only redactions are going to be for the victims, and there's going to be no redactions based on reputation. That it was written into law that they're not going to redact anyone's name to protect their reputation. But yet that's exactly what has happened. So while we have to acknowledge that he has released the files. He hasn't released everything, has he? Apparently, the 3 million that is out there at the moment is only 2% of what the files contain. So yeah, I mean, she is right. Hillary Clinton is right to point out the fact that Trump's involvement has been redacted, and that's something that has to be taken into consideration. But then again, what do I fucking know? I'm Matt Taylor from Brighton. It don't mean nothing. Pablo Escobar. Since 2018, new law. Many have been trying to cover their tracks. Yes, data protection. Oh, and talk about data protection. Check out Williamson. He done a really good expose today about facial recognition in the supermarkets, namely Sainsbury's. So your local supermarket is now becoming a branch of the police, in which when you go to the supermarkets now, your face is getting scanned. And if you're on a database, you're going to be arrested at your local supermarket. Because ultimately, everyone needs to pop down the shops for a pint of milk, don't they? Lenny says, Mandy has had a quicker fall from grace than Andrew, who has looked ridiculous and disgraced since the Emily Matis interview in 2019. A condition where you can't sweat. I know, how ridiculous. And I am looking forward, because it's out on Prime at the moment, isn't it? They've done a serialization on Prime about behind the scenes about what happened. So I'm looking forward to watching that. My magical imaginary girlfriend has Prime, so when I go up there, I think I'll catch that. And of course, we've got Channel 5 coming out with the Martin Clunes playing Hugh Edwards. That's going to be worth watching. Behind the scenes of Hugh Edwards' fall from grace. And I'm actually quite a big fan of Martin Clunes as well, so I'm looking forward to that. A medical condition where you occasionally can't swear. Crazy, isn't it? Yes, I know, you're a little fucking weasel, aren't you? And that's what I don't like about you, Anthony. You make out, you berate other people for bringing up shit from the past, but yeah, you are the one who's orchestrating bringing up shit from the past. I'm happy, to not bring this up because I know how embarrassing it is for Emily. But you, Anthony, you did fuck all when AJ Lashbrook was bringing all that shit about, and you done fuck all. You done fuck all. I am not impressed with you, Anthony, at all, in any way, shape or form. I really am not impressed with you. More socks than a centipede did make me laugh. Facial recognition at Sainsbury's, 1984 stuff. It's crazy. They say Emily Matis, the military-style jacket, freaked Randy out. She had the line toed on toast. I mean, she's a smart woman. He is a wolf in sheep's. Yes, he is. Definitely. I've been at the receiving end of Anthony's online warfare, and even though I forgive him, okay, I forgive him wholeheartedly. It's not an issue for me anymore, but he is a nasty fucking piece of shit, okay? And on that note, we've got to say goodbye.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I've I've seen men chase the thunder, I've seen men chase the gold. I've seen men step right over things too small for them to hold. But me, I walk a quieter road where little lives still squirm, and I'll stop the world mid-stride to rescue a wandering worm. No cameras, no applause, no statue in the square, just a moment on the pavement and a choice to care. I'm the kind of man who helps a worm across the road, lifts it from the danger of the careless crushing load, while the world keeps rushing by in its heavy, heartless mode. I'm the kind of man who helps a worm across the road. Rain falls like forgiveness, sun bakes the concrete dry. A tiny traveler caught between the earth and open sky. Boot heels like falling hammers, shadows passing fast. A life so small most never seen could vanish in a blast. But I bend down slow to the rhythm of the ground, where mercy doesn't shout, it makes no sound. I'm the kind of man who helps a worm across the road, gently moves the fragile from the danger it's been owed. No headline, no reward, no heroic episode. I'm the kind of man who helps a worm across the road. Call it foolish, call it strange, saving something that can know your name. But the measure of a soul, I suppose, is shown in how you treat the weak when you're alone. So when the giants march and the loud hearts corrode, I'll still kneel down in the dust where the unnoticed go. In a world that tramples soft things under heavy code, I'm the kind of man who helps a worm across the road. And maybe it's nothing, or maybe it's the start of keeping something gentle